thought we'd do a little cleansing for after you've got back from whatever event you went to. I'm releasing this around the Christmas period, so if you've had to go to places in the holidays and when you come home you need a little bit of relaxation and a cleansing, we're going to do that now for you, okay? So first of all, I am going to get you to ground. So I want you just to imagine you're looking at a giant tree trunk directly in your line of sight. And I'm holding this piece of fossilized wood and I'm just drawing it down your body. Following with your eyes that tree trunk as it disappears into the ground. And feel those roots spreading outwards from the tree and outwards from your feet. Or maybe the energy of that tree just grounds you. I want you also to breathe in and just imagine how the earth smells in the summer after it's rained. That wet earth smell, that's another good way to ground, okay. And then we're going to use the candle method. So imagining this candle in the very center of your being and feeling that energy as you make that flame glow and grow upwards and downwards to the front of you and to the back of you and to either side. It glows, it grows, it spreads all around you, pushing out anything that does not belong to you, any of that residue of perhaps a comment that wasn't thought of very nicely or something like that. And I'm going to start clearing you now. I am going to find a spray, and I've made this out of vetiver, which is grounding and smells literally like wet earth, and a mimosa, which will be out soon and elevate. So I'm just going to spray that over you and over me, breathing that in as well. Okay, so you're protected and you are grounded now. So, I am going to run some Shungite. I'm going to run it over your aura to take the worst off. Shungite is a very cleansing, grounding carbon. Comes out of Lake Baikal, I believe. And they mould it. It probably comes out as a powder, and they mould it into shapes. This one has been moulded into a very large pyramid, okay? Just working above you, around your head area. So I want you to cancel, clear and delete anything that was said to you that wasn't positive. Anything that you may have said to someone that you're regretting, cancel, clear, delete. Cancel, clear, delete. Okay, a lot of Christmas deliveries going on, so that's probably why you heard a big lorry. Okay. Cancel, clear, delete. You know in your heart of hearts that you're all right, okay? And if you are feeling that you are inadequate or that you are not all right, again, cancel, clear, delete, okay? All right, so we're going to take a couple of abalone shells now. And I'm going to start clearing. And I don't want you to beat yourself up for eating too much. It is that one day of the year. Well, actually 2 if you're in America, because Thanksgiving is a gorgeous lunch as well, isn't it? And just think, tomorrow I'll eat a bit better. I'm having to battle with that myself because I'm a complete junk food junkie. For me, it is chocolate and candy, and I'm now going to pay the price. I'm going to have to spend a month to 6 weeks eating soup and apple puree. But I'm looking on it positively, that I'm going to be treating my body like a temple. Okay. So these are very gentle abalone shells. They are called black abalone shells. They're from the Bay of California, and they're quite rare. I found these in an antique shop, and I didn't use them for a while. I don't know why, I wasn't drawn to them, but now I am drawn to smaller stones. You've seen a lot of my giant ones, and I went from very small tumbled stones to larger stones because I couldn't feel the little ones. They were subtle, and I'm not a subtle person. But now I'm moving back to smaller stones, to the little palm stones and the worry stones. You know, small is beautiful, and it can pack the same punch. You've just got to trust they're working if you can't feel them, and that is a big thing for us. Okay, going down the back line and the front line. I'm feeling tension around your hips, so I'm just going to reach with those shells, clear off the hips and the buttocks and the thighs. Okay, I'm also going to have to work on your knees because mine have just flared up. So anyone who's got knee issues, I will get there in a minute. Okay, so these shells can be used for cleansing because they work on a vortex backwards, but they can also put energy in. So I'm going to hold these up to your knees. And if it is hips, or if it is elbows, or if it is shoulders, just absorb the light codes from these into those specific places. And there's also Reiki coming out of my hands and around the shells as well. So this is what we would use in Oceanic Reiki. And there are over 100 different variants of abalones. The light blue ones are from South Africa. And I've recently found out that you need to stay clear of those ones, okay, because they are being depleted. The really green ones are from Mexico. The red ones I think are from California as well, but there's some gorgeous white ones from the Australia. But they're in every sea. So I'm just now going to rotate that. Put energy back into those places where you get a bit of pain, okay. Okay, so I'm going to draw in that clearance symbol. We're not specifically going to work with chakras today, I'm just giving you a very quick clearing. Now the Cowrie. And then, as we let that filter through into the aura, I am going to take a couple of pieces of amethyst, and I'm going to run them down both sides of you, and I'm twisting them because any sort of bits of energy will stick to the edges like chewing gum, as if I'm wrapping chewing gum. pulling it off you. Going out. Okay, to the back of you. Cleansing and clearing, cleansing and clearing. Anything that is stuck at the heart and the throat, solar plexus and the third eye. Remember, cancel, clear, delete. Cancel, clear, delete. You are going to be brand spanking new after this. Your energy is going to be perfect for now. And tomorrow is always another day. Keep that half glass full. I'm always banging on about it. Half glass full is just such an important thing with your mental, emotional state. Okay. All right. Now, the smoky quartz. And indeed, if you have palm stones of amethyst, you'll be able to do this as well. Really clearing, 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 clearing any worry, clearing any anxiety, clearing any self-loathing, clearing any hurt, clearing any feelings of inadequacy, clearing any distrust. And anything else that I have not mentioned, perhaps you are in physical pain from something. I will draw in the cowrie shell. I'll put that on my lap so that I remember. And I'm sitting in the area. This is where I actually work from. So all of the magical tools, or most of them, are around me on shelves and in baskets all around. Okay. Okay, going down the front line now. Feeling at your solar plexus. Okay. I said we weren't doing chakras, and now the guides are playing with me. Okay. Okay. For those of you who are feeling pain, these do work on pain as well, so grab yourself some of those off the internet. They're cheaper than crystals. And if you want one to hold in your hand, about 12 to 14 centimeters, I do have very large ones. Here, this is one of the South African ones, the light blue ones. I think now, if I knew what was happening out there, I would have stayed clear of them. So I actually regret getting these light blue ones, but there are red ones. They can also be used as sun lamps, sad lamps. So holding it there. If you've got a bad shoulder, putting it there and sitting back. So that's how they can be used. So I'm just going to quickly draw 2 abalones into you. And we activate those with the Cowrie. Okay, but these are also great for pain relief. Any of the different type of cowrie shells. Again, there are hundreds of variants. Okay. So any physical pain, I'm going to pull that and clear that from you now. Heavy chi. removing, removing, removing. And the teeth kind of grab the chi and they bring it into the cavity, and amazingly enough, they feel heavier. And then of course we have to cleanse them, and I place them on an abalone shell because those are self-cleansing, or an amethyst bed. You can run it under the tap, but you've got to drain them, or you can smudge them, or spraying a spray like I sprayed earlier. Okay. So I'm going to draw the Cowrie symbol from Oceanic Reiki. And I do double choke rays. Okay. All right, breathe out for me. Now we've done a lot of clearing. Let's just do a last little bit with some selenite and some feathers. So I think I'm going to use some feathers first. Real mishmash of tools today. I'll just find two nice ones, the best shaped ones, okay? And I know lots of you like this. So really we're finishing off the treatment now. So I want you just to relax and just enjoy the softness of these feathers tickling you. And let's call in your light beings and your guides now to relax you after your busy time and to help you to sleep really well and to have good dreams. Just going to brush behind you. And we ask them for the peace and the healing and the tranquility that they will bring in, the love and the comfort. And to watch over you as you slumber. And remember, sleep is healing, but you need to get the balance right, don't you? And in the winter time in the northern hemisphere, oh, well, we don't have to go out so much. We've got the internet. They can order groceries. You can order anything you want. But having that 20 minutes walk a day, getting that vitamin D in, and exercising your muscles and getting new sights and smells. It's just like being a little dog, isn't it? We need to go out. Okay, so I want you to get up in the morning and go for a walk. I garden for an extremely elderly man who is in his 90s. I bump into him every morning walking my dog. Or I did when I had a dog. And that's how he's kept so young. He goes out, he walks about 2 miles every single morning. And then he goes and gardens all day. So I think getting out and having that exercise, walking around your neighbourhood, it does you the world of good. It exercises body, mind and spirit. Okay. There, I've done my little wagging finger bit. Okay. Now, let's do the selenite to lift you up at the end, okay? And I'm going to hold those standing in between them. See, I'm using smaller stones these days. I hope that these work just as well. Cutting any of the remaining cords or ties that are not of the Creator's desire, and running these down your auric field behind you as well. all the way down your back and your sides and your hips and your legs. So I'm specifically releasing this for the holiday season, but of course it can be used whenever. And as we're doing this, I want you to just feel the happiness and the love that I'm sending to you now. And that the angels and your guides, and indeed your ancestors, and your spirit team who love you very much. My tummy's rumbling, I need some breakfast. Okay. Okay. So, placing them at your feet. And I'm just going to feel down the aura and just wiggle my fingers. And I think now I want you to imagine that tree. Cast your eyes down the trunk and into the ground. We're going to keep that protection around you, that fireball or those angel wings. The angel wings will enfold you and keep you safe. And I bid you farewell. See you soon.